college to talk about, so couldn't stay off long. Hope you guys enjoyed your Friday night. Excited about this weekend. A lot of action ahead. So much action, I can barely catch my breath. Great college football games today. The best slate of college that we've had so far this season. And obviously we also have NFL. Lucas, what's good? Lucas, if I'm picking three amongst those three, because you were bothering me earlier today, Lucas, I would say Mostert, Pacheco, and I lean slightly towards Gus Edwards. Lucas, that's how it's done. We got your question taken care of. Kyle, great to see you. Wonderful to see you. You've already got your question. We've already got people who are firing their questions in on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. And we're going to be live for the next 2 hours talking sports, getting ready for college football, the NFL, fantasy football this week. So, as always, hope you guys are following us. Hope you're with us every single day because we are live across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Good morning, everybody. Great to have you with us. Hope it is a wonderful weekend start for all of you. Butt Fumble Sports is live. Talking sports as we always do on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I am not a coffee person, so I've got to organically come up with this energy. But it's so easy when I have so many great followers like yourself. I have an amazing audience of followers. I hope you're one of them. Hit that follow button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Something I don't ask a lot. Hit the like button. If you're watching on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, hit the like button. Certainly appreciate all of you who support the show every single day. We've got so much to get into, but before we do, really briefly, how did we do on yesterday's MLB game picks? We went 3 for 4 in the picks we gave out. We could have done even better. The Tigers really busted us on a number of parlays, but we did really well on our parlays. If you want any of my bets or all of my bets, DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you subscribe and DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram, to get a link for all of my picks. A link for all of my picks. Griffin Boyle, I'd go Pacheco. That's the one I'd go with, Griffin Boyle. Appreciate you guys being with us. We have some subscribers in the live on TikTok. I'm going to give them moderator status. And that way they're going to help me out. We're going to get so many questions in thanks to them. So I'm going to give them moderator status. So if you guys are ready to get your fantasy football questions answered, make sure you hit them up right in the comment section. Moderators, this is what I'm asking of you. Please, 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 if someone contributes to the show, make sure you pin their question. I'll look for it, but if I miss it for some reason, make sure I pin the question. Lucas, I'd go Kirk. Drizzy, I'd go Pacheco, barely over Moss. Luca Wilder, thanks so much. Appreciate it. And again, if you contribute to the show, like Luca Wilder did, I see your question faster. It comes up next to your name, that icon. Pick 3, A.J. Brown, Olave, Lockett, McLaurin, and Pickens. I'm going to say A.J. Brown. I'm going to say Lockett. I'll lean towards Pickens, I think, over Olave. I'm not crazy about it. Jair Alexander, that matchup with Olave might be enough to tip the scales. So, make sure you guys are throwing your questions in the chat. This is how we're going to do it today. Every time that we hit 5,000 likes, we will give out a pick. It might be NBA, it might be college football, it might be MLB. But every time that we get 5,000 likes, we're going to give out a pick for today. Other than that, we're going to answer your fantasy questions, your sports betting questions, here for all of it. First of all, Dante, great to see you. Dante, such a loyal viewer of ours. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Elliot Robinson, good to see you. What's going on in the AL West? Chaos, Dante, and I absolutely love it. Chaos, and I love it. Okay, we've got some work to do, some picks to give out. Let's get to it. I've got some moderators, like I said in the comment section on TikTok, helping me out. If you guys contribute, your name will pop up and with an icon, and I'm going to look for you. So those that contribute will get top priority. So let's get into it, everybody. Bob Mace. I'd lean towards Josh Reynolds, believe it or not, Bob. Michael McMahon or Michael Mahone? All right. I would go Walker. Michael, I'd go Walker. Ride 89, I'd go Addison. Ride 89, I'd go Addison. Kirk or Tua, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins over Tua Tagovailoa. If you guys want questions about your college football slate answered, we're going to be talking about some of these bets throughout the show. Some of the ones I like the most. 5,000 likes, we'll give out our first pick of the day. So if you hit us up, 5,000 likes on TikTok will be our first pick of the day. Might be MLB, might be college football. We'll have to see. Do I sit Derrick Henry? No. I don't know why so many people are bringing that up. I wouldn't sit Derrick Henry. Kyler Sawyer. Trade JT. Guys, I'm going to mention how we do the show here. For those that are new to the show, open-ended questions are brutal. We're trying to answer everybody's question. So, like, who should I trade for? Terrible question. I probably won't answer it. I certainly won't answer it at length. If you guys want those questions answered, subscribe. That's a great question for a subscriber-only show. But what we're doing today, rattling off that fantasy football advice, rattling off our college football picks. So, make sure you guys hit us up with those kinds of questions. Is Waddle playing? I like anime. I'm starting to have doubts. I'm worried about Waddle. I do not know at the moment. We'll have to double check on it. Joshua Kelly or Garrett Wilson. Believe it or not, I'm going to lean towards Joshua Kelly, especially in a PPR league. Lucas Maggio, Christian Kirk. Lucas Maggio, Christian Kirk. But Lucas, I'd love for you to contribute. Given that you hit me up this morning, given that I've answered your questions. User 6549. Javonte Williams, Rashad White, or Jerome Ford. User 6549. I'd go Javonte Williams. Joe Bustamante 74. Lockett or Olave. I'd go Lockett. If you guys have questions on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, here to answer all of them. I'm also showing you guys some of the slate for college football on your screen, so we're going through that. Appreciate you guys being with us. Thanks for the first gifts. Moderators, if someone gives a gift, feel free to pin their question if I don't see it. John, 316 cards. I see your question, though. Let's get to it. Mostert or Aaron Jones if he starts? I would go with Mostert, John, for exactly the reason that you're mentioning. I'm a little bit worried that Aaron Jones, even if he plays, and I think he will not be as good a play as Mostert. So, in part because I think that Saints defense is pretty good. So, I would go with Mostert, John. Again, moderators, if you see someone contributing, make sure you help them out. Jake, you're a moderator now, so I'm counting on you. Peyton Mill. Peyton Mill, I'd go Joshua Kelly, believe it or not. Peyton Mill, I'd go Joshua Kelly. KC, Zach Moss, or Aaron Jones. On that one, I'm going to lean towards Aaron Jones slightly. My concern with Zach Moss is obviously no Anthony Richardson, going to have a tough matchup. Aaron Means, I'd go Joshua Kelly. Thanks so much for helping us out by contributing to the show. Hugo G, good morning. Great to see so many familiar faces in the comment section. So wonderful to have all of you guys with us every single day. Our moderators are working. I appreciate you. Jake, if Waddle doesn't play, Jake asks, should I start Nico Collins, Michael Thomas, or DJ Moore? I'm going to lean towards Nico Collins, maybe just slightly over Moore and Thomas. It's hard for me because I like both Moore and Thomas, but I don't know if I like them enough. I actually think Nico Collins could get the most opportunities. It's crazy to say that. It's one of those in which you say it and you got to stop yourself and be like, did I really just... But yeah, at the moment, Nico Collins is maybe that player between matchup and opportunity with CJ Stroud. DJ Moore, I think about, he's going to be a high volume guy, but I'm not sure if he's a safe enough play for you, Jake. Jake, thanks so much for helping us out as a moderator. When you guys subscribe, I'll make you guys a moderator. Hugo G, Collins or Pickens? I'm going to lean slightly, I think, towards Collins. It's very close. I like Pickens, but Kenny Pickett hasn't shown me enough for me to trust it. So I'm going to lean slightly towards Collins. I think it's very close, though. Bit of a coin flip there. Parker Bledsoe at the flex. Should I start Najee, Ford, Addison, or Mike Williams, or Brian Robinson? Parker, I'd start Mike Williams. Mike Williams, thanks so much for your question on YouTube. Casey, I'd go Addison. Casey Cabrera, I'd go Addison. Appreciate all those who are watching the show. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that follow button. Mike, thanks for contributing to the show. Mike asked Kyron Williams and CeeDee Lamb for Henry and Ridley. I'd rather have Derrick Henry and Calvin Ridley. Derrick Henry and Calvin Ridley, Mike. Those would be the two I would want to have. Start Ridley versus the Texans. Of course, AJ. Absolutely. Joe Mixon or Derrick Henry? I'd go Derrick Henry. Toker, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. I mean, I haven't shaved, that's for sure. I did not shave this morning because I woke up at 9. I came on at 10 after doing a live show until, I think it was like 12:10 last night. So, new shirt, definitely not a shaved face. We will be shaved for Sunday, though. But Toker, be careful. Justin, Amari Cooper, T. Higgins, or Collins. Justin, I'd go Amari Cooper. Justin, I'd go with Amari Cooper. If you guys are watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, you're seeing some of these college games scrolling across your screen. If you guys have any questions about the college football slate, the bets I like, make sure you hit us up. Butt Fumble Sports is here to help you guys out with your college football bets as much as your fantasy football lineups, so feel free to fire away with those. Again, if you want me to answer your question right away on TikTok, just contribute to the show just like Hunter did. Hunter, should I start Christian Kirk over Zay Flowers since it's going to be raining a lot? I think that's a safe play, Hunter. Good idea. Way to look at the weather. Hunter, good call. I still like Zay Flowers, even in the rain, but Christian Kirk is a safer play because of it. Blicky, I'd go Keenan Allen. Just slightly, Blicky. I'd go Keenan Allen over Devontae Smith. Cole K, thanks for contributing to the show. Should I start Aaron Jones? If you don't have a better option, yes, simply because I do think he'll be involved in the passing and running game, but I do think his snaps will be limited. He's going up against a good defense. I feel like he's more of a flex value this week as opposed to an RB2 or RB1, but especially in a PPR league, still retains enough value to be a start. Thanks so much, Cole. User 9027, start White or Addison. Easy one for me, 9027. I'd go with Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison over Rachaad White. Thanks so much for the question. Of course, make sure you guys contribute to the show. I'll answer your question right away, or you can go over on YouTube. I'll answer those questions pretty quick as well. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you hit the follow button. We're live every single day across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Once we hit 5,000 likes, we're going to give out one of our favorite bets of the day. Brent, would you still trust Zay Flowers even though it's expected to rain, or start Puka? I'm starting Flowers over Puka even in the rain. I'll check it tomorrow to see if the weather is so bad that passing game is just completely gone. But I'm still going to believe in it just a little bit more than maybe others are, just because also Zay Flowers is such a trustworthy player when it comes to the short routes and getting open that I actually think the rain may not be a terrible thing for him. If he was a downfield runner, a downfield receiver, think OBJ. I know he's not playing, but if it was like that, I wouldn't like him. Zay Flowers is a short route guy, a medium route guy, and in. That's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for that tomorrow. Cam, Puka, Ridley, Devontae Smith. I'd go Ridley and Devontae Smith. Just make sure Smith is healthy. But Ridley and Devontae Smith, those would be the two that I would go with tomorrow. Appreciate the question. Thanks so much, moderators, for helping us out. Cody, Rashad White, or James Conner, kind of leaning more towards White myself. Cody Roberts, you called that one right. I'd go with Rashad White. I agree with you entirely. Cody Roberts, I'd go with Rashad White over Conner. When you guys contribute to the show, a little icon goes up next to your name. Either I see it or our moderators will. Edgar Mercado contributed. Edgar Mercado, I'd go Amari Cooper. Edgar Mercado, I'd go Amari Cooper. We are live every single day on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And yes, it is an early morning start for us. We don't look our prettiest this morning, but we're still here answering your fantasy football questions, giving out sports betting advice. When we hit 5,000 likes, we will give out our first college football play of the day. One of the games we have up on the screen right now is that Colorado-Oregon game. Right now the spread is 21. How we feeling? Pacheco or Najee week 3. Pacheco or Najee week 3. Griffin Boyle, I'd go Pacheco. Griffin Boyle, I would go with Pacheco. Trevor Lawrence or Geno Smith, it's very close for me. Brody, I'm going to lean, I think, towards Trevor Lawrence. It's very close. I've been going back and forth on this one. Very, very close. Bob Mace, Tutu, Dotson, Algier. Bob Mace, I lean towards Algier. Tutu comes up in my mind because the PPR, but Bob Mace, I'll go with Tyler Algier. Tyler Algier. You guys are awesome. If I haven't said it, you guys are awesome. We just hit 5,000 likes. So we are going to give out a college football pick. I'm going to give out a college football pick to start. First college football pick that I'm giving out. We already talked about the under in that Ole Miss Alabama game yesterday. I'm also going to go to one of those big brand name teams. I'm looking for Georgia. I'm looking for Georgia on the Outlier app. Looking for Georgia. Give me 1 second. I want to find Georgia up here so you guys can see it up on the screen. Georgia's playing UAB. Where are you, Georgia? Georgia's definitely on my mind today. Yes, I'm making that kind of pun. Is Georgia up here? Outlier. You got to have Georgia up here, right? Well, if it's not up here, which would shock me. There it is. There it is. It was right underneath, actually. Okay, Georgia right now. Georgia. The Georgia Bulldogs are a 40.5-point favorite. Georgia Bulldogs are a 40.5-point favorite. And guess what? We don't like them. We do not like the Georgia Bulldogs today, believe it or not. I am going with UAB to cover. UAB to cover. Yes, I will take the 40.5. Rarely do I just take the straight up line. I'm going to take the 40.5 at minus 110. However, I will also get in line with that additional alternative line opportunity. I could get this at 43.5 at minus 160. Plus 43.5 at minus 160. I could also take UAB to cover at plus 45. Plus 45. And I could get that number at minus 194. I think UAB's covering today against Georgia. Call me crazy. That is the first pick that we are giving out today because we've hit 5,000 likes. When we hit 10,000 likes, we will give out more picks today. MLB picks, college football picks. So there's a couple for you. If you guys want all of my bets every single day, DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. DM me on Instagram. DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. And I will share a link with you guys for the SHARPZ app. All of my bets are on the SHARPZ app. Every single one. I put together, it connected my sportsbook. I connected my sportsbook. So every time I place a bet, it automatically filters right to SHARPZ. So if you guys want all of my bets every day, make sure you DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. Let's get back to some of your questions. MPal, need one. MPal, I'd go Brian Robinson. MPal on YouTube, I'd go Brian Robinson. Braves fan, 527. Braves fan, I'd go Christian Kirk because it's going to be raining. Yep, you called it right. Braves fan, Christian Kirk over Zay Flowers because it's going to be raining. J Money 239. I'm going to go Jordan Addison just barely over Amari Cooper. J Money 239. I'll go Jordan Addison. Jake, what's some MLB picks today? Jake, get us up to 10,000 likes and we're going to drop some MLB picks for you. So Jake, don't worry. I got plenty of MLB picks to go. We have been scorching hot, red hot on our picks. So make sure you obviously get us up to 10,000 likes. Charlie Malinsky, I'd go Drake London. Charlie Malinsky, I'd go Drake London. Thanks so much, guys, for hitting us up. So grateful to have all of you guys with us every single day. We are live across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Moderators, if you see someone who's contributed to the show and I haven't gotten to their question, please, please, please pin that question. Rich, Moss, or Kelly. Rich, very close for me right now. Very close for me. If you're in a PPR league, Rich, I'd go Kelly. If you're in a standard league, I'd go Moss. So, Rich, I'm giving you even more personalized advice here. If it's a PPR league, Kelly. If it's a standard league, Moss. Sam Cheesy 37Z. Sam Cheesy, I always read your handle and feel like it's an NFL play call. Sam Cheesy 34Z on one. Brian Robinson, Pittman, Collins this week. Non-PPR. Because it's a non-PPR, I'll go Brian Robinson. Sam Cheesy 37Z. I'm going to go Brian Robinson because it's a non-PPR. Willie, thanks so much for contributing to the show. I'll go with Brian Robinson. I'll go with Brian Robinson over Breece Hall. Nick Chubb, watching on Twitch. Nick Chubb, I'm going to go Brian Robinson just barely. Brian Robinson just barely. Dante's got a question for us. Dante is asking about Sonny Gray on strikeouts. Let's quickly check that one out. We're about to hit 10,000 likes, so I'd go Pacheco and Mostert, Lucas. Pacheco and Mostert, Lucas. Pacheco and Mostert. When we hit 10,000 likes, we're going to give out an MLB pick. I'm going to give out an MLB pick once we hit 10,000 likes. But we're going to answer a quick question right now. Moderators, help me out. Moderators, I'm going to be, while I'm doing my research on Outlier, Josh, can I get a moderator status? Boom. Because you're a loyal subscriber, Josh. Of course you can. We got you, Josh. I know you're going to do a good job for us. You're such a loyal follower. You know what we're going for. Sonny Gray, over 5.5 strikeouts, has a better implied probability. Has not been a good trend of late, though. However, Angels against right-handed pitching, some decent strikeout numbers. Drury, Escobar, Wallach, Face, Ohop. So a lot of good strikeout numbers there. Hasn't been a great trend. How about in home games? 3 straight games without it. I'm not going to recommend it, but I can understand it. Truth, T-R-U-F, Truth. I'd go Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts. So Dante, to answer your question, not really crazy about it. I could see it cashing, but isn't one that I'm really about. By the way, someone just called me on Instagram. Boy, don't like that. Don't like that. I'll tell you that. Don't call me on Instagram. That's a failing move. Okay. Let's get some of your questions back. Jake, we hit 10. Awesome. Drew, thumbs up. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow button no matter where you're watching. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're subscribing. I'm looking for those who have contributed to the show. We're going to prioritize those who contribute to the show. It doesn't need to be a lot, but a little icon goes up next to your name. Makes it really easy for me to find you in the chat, in the comment section. Lucky Gonzalez, thanks so much, buddy. Lucky Gonzalez, thank you so much. We've hit 10,000 likes, so we've got some work to do, everybody. We've got an MLB game pick to give out. We have an MLB game pick to give out. So, as always, we're going to give out this pick, and if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, it'll be on your screen. If you're watching on TikTok, just pay attention. We're about to drop this one on you guys right now. So, with that said, I will start right where we just left off. I'm taking Twins on the money line. They clinched last night. Maybe there's a hangover, but I'm not too worried about it. I think they come out and get the win. It's a 2-10 start. Sonny Gray on the mound. Certainly like that one, but I'll double down on this one. I'm going to give you 2 plays on this game. I'm not just going to take Twins on the money line. I will also take Angels and Twins over. You can get it at 7.5. I would also take it at 6.5. This is a good play in both places. I think that's going to cash. So there's a couple for you. I missed that last one. I missed that last pinned tweet. So if you could put that up there, please, I'd appreciate it. Christopher, I'd go DJ Moore. Christopher, I'd go DJ Moore. Give me 4 money line parlay picks for tomorrow, please. Lucky Gonzalez, if you want all of my picks, they're on the SHARPZ app. You don't need to pay any money for the SHARPZ app. All you got to do is DM me on Instagram, Butt Sports on Instagram. I'll DM you a link with my referral code. You can see all of my bets. I've already put in my NFL picks for tomorrow. So you can see all of them. Money line, spread, even some player prop bets, though I'll put in more this afternoon. If you want all of my bets every single day, every pick that I make, it's on the SHARPZ app. Just DM me on Instagram. Jared Ford, 111, need 2 running backs. I'd go Mostert and Gibbs. Mostert and Gibbs. As for the flex, I'd go Addison. So it's Mostert, Gibbs, and Addison. Jared Ford, 111, Mostert, Gibbs, and Addison. Thank you so much for the question. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're a follower of Butt Sports. Jorge's asking about, will Kershaw get the win? Very interesting. Will Kershaw get the win in what is an interesting game against the San Francisco Giants? Dante, thanks for contributing to the show, Dante. Wow, Dante, we'll definitely hit you up. Thanks so much. Appreciate you contributing to the show. Kershaw on a win. Jorge, I know you got a lot of player prop bet questions, but we're not going to get to all of them because obviously we've got a lot of people asking questions. By the way, I can't look at wins, so it's more about, do I like them in that game? And the answer is I do. The answer is I do. I don't know if it's going to be Kershaw who gets the win, though. Jorge, too many. Jorge, pick one. Pick one. I love you, buddy, but you got to pick one. Otherwise, I'm not going to get to any of them. Raphael, should I drop Kareem Hunt to add Gainwell? No, Raphael, I would not. Max, trade Bijan for Walker and Etienne. Max, absolutely not. Max, absolutely not. Sims, Mike Williams or Mostert? Sims, I would go with Mike Williams. Sims, I would go with Mike Williams. Lucas Rathwell, pick one. Brian Robinson, Jacobs, Kirk, or Flowers. I'm right now leaning between Kirk and Robinson. Lucas Rathwell, those are the 2 that I'm leaning towards right now. You're asking me to pick one. I'll probably lean towards Kirk, maybe just slightly. It's not with great conviction, though, between the 2. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Once again, once we hit... Oh, we've already hit 10,000 likes. Man, you guys are crushing it. Once we hit 15,000 likes, 15,000 likes, we will give out more MLB game picks. So if you are watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, you're going to see those on your screen. If you're watching on TikTok, keep tapping that screen. We're going to get you another pick at 15,000 likes. Loaded MLB schedule of games. One of the last full weekend games that we have, so take advantage of it while you can. Lot of picks coming at you, obviously, over the course of the show, so make sure you're tapping that screen. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you tap that screen. Lucky Gonzalez, guess what you're getting? All of my picks thanks to that referral code. Again, my referral code is going to be out to those who hit me up on Instagram, Butt Sports on Instagram. Landon Ball, I'd go Mike Williams. Landon Ball, I'd go Mike Williams. Thanks so much for the question. Guys, if you could pin that tweet, would really appreciate if we missed one. Barely Positive, I'd go Hopkins. Barely Positive, I'd go Hopkins. Thanks so much for the question, Barely Positive. Jorge, which question do you want me to answer? I'll give you one. Let me know. Jared Ford, pick 2. I'll go James Cook And I'll go Pacheco. Cook and Pacheco. Jared Ford 111. Jorge, what question would you like me to answer, Jorge? Let me know. Here to answer one of them at a time. Not going to answer all four of those at once. That was a little much, Jorge. I feel like you knew that too. But Jorge, what's one question you want me to answer? More than happy to do so, but fire away with the one. How about that, Jorge? Brady, Olave, or Evans? Brady, I'm going to lean slightly towards Mike Evans. Olave has the tough matchup. Evans, I don't think Slay is going to be covering him as often as Slay will be on Jake Godwin. So I'll go with Mike Evans, Brady. Thanks so much, Jake. You've been awesome today, doing a great job as a moderator as well. Fireface Ginger, start 2. I'd start Mike Williams and I'd start Nico Collins. Fireface Ginger, it's Mike Williams and Nico Collins. Thanks so much for supporting the show. It is so wonderful to have you guys with us every single day. What is your name on SHARPZ? Jake, it's Butt Fumble Sport. No S, Butt Fumble Sport. They didn't have enough letters for the sports apparently. So Butt Fumble Sport, no S. Ospole, Christian Kirk or Drake London. I'm going to go with Christian Kirk, Ospole. Just barely. I'm going to go Christian Kirk. Thanks so much for supporting the show. If you guys are watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, fire away with your questions. Definitely here to help you guys out as well. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. TikTok obviously has a majority of my attention, but I keep track of those questions on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick as well. I'm looking for those who have contributed to the show. I always prioritize them, so if you have contributed, either our moderators will find you or I will, but we'll make sure we get to your question right away. Rob, if there's a number by there, it doesn't mean anything. Don't pin their comments. Oh, thanks, Rob. Rob's on it. Rob's a good moderator. Good job, Rob. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate those who are such loyal followers who have subscribed on TikTok. You guys have been awesome supporting us. Obviously, I've been enjoying our subscriber-only shows. Those have been a lot of fun as well. So, Mike Williams or Jordan Addison. ACG baby. I'll go Mike Williams. DTB. Javonte or Rashad White. I'm going to lean slightly, I think, towards Javonte Williams, but it's close. Appreciate all those who are watching, no matter the platform. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or Kick. If you're watching on YouTube, get those comments in. Get those comments in. If you hit me up on Instagram for fantasy football advice during the shows, I'm not going to answer. If you hit me up on TikTok for a link to get all of my picks every day, I'll answer you right away. So, if you want all of my bets every single day, DM me on Instagram. They're absolutely free. Absolutely free. Jake, prize picks for MLB, no money line. Jake, I don't do prize picks, so you would have to tell me some of those matchups, unless it's just pure spread. If it is a pure spread situation, I would take probably the Astros. The Astros to cover. Astros to cover would be one of them. Astros to cover stands out as one of the favorites today of one of those kinds of bets. I also probably like the Cubs. I could see the Cubs. Barely positive. Yeah, we've been red hot with our MLB game picks the last few days. Literally, the only one that didn't cash yesterday was the Detroit Tigers. It blew up like literally 6 parlays that I had that would have all cashed at a plus 500 or better rate. So that one hurt. Jake, it's players. It's players. Okay, well then let me know. Jake, it's players. Okay, let me know a few of the players. I don't play prize picks, so I don't know. You know, like, it shows you how little I know about prize picks. Oh, barely positive. I'm so happy you missed that one. Moderators, if you see someone who's contributed to the show and they have a question, make sure you pin them. I'd love to make sure I answer them. Dante Dilgy, I'd start Pickens. Dante, I'd start Pickens. Dante with an A. Start Judy or Kirk at wide receiver 2. I'd start Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk over Judy. You also asked Infinity Jake. You also asked Brian Robinson or Kyron Williams. I'd go Brian Robinson. Dante with an O. My book has Astros run line minus 2.5. Can you get an alternative line? DraftKings, you can do that alternative line. I'd take it 1.5 if you could. 2.5, don't feel as good about. If you want me to answer your question right away on TikTok, just contribute to the show. I'll make sure I see it, get to it, or our moderators will find it. So it doesn't need to be a lot. It can be just one of those little roses. That's why we have it as the live goal. But a little icon shows up next to your name, makes it easy. Jake, let me know who you think will get hits, runs, RBIs, any player. Gotcha. Okay, Jake, we'll help you out. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to answer this question by Colin first. Ford or Moss? Colin Daughtry, I'd go with Moss. Okay, Jake, I'm actually going to do a kind of behind the scenes here for how I make my picks for baseball when it comes to hits, runs, and RBIs every single day. You ready? Jake, let's get to it. I do a couple of things. One, I use this Outlier app. I'm a big fan of it. By the way, this is going to be live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, where you'll see this on your screen. But Jake, you're watching on TikTok. Just follow along. I'll give you the instructions. So, first thing I do pump up the implied probability, and I go look at hits, runs, RBIs. Who has the greatest implied probability across the board? Kind of interesting who they have up here. We're looking for the over. Looks like you're looking for the over. Pete Alonso, over half a hit, run, RBI. Kind of an attractive play since it's only at over half. You have a lot of Giants up here. Austin Slater, Yastrzemski, something to keep your eye on. Something I then like to do for, players exactly like that. If I'm thinking about the Giants, I go and I look up Clayton Kershaw. I look up Clayton Kershaw's stats. On ESPN. And from there, I'm looking at his history against the Giant hitters. Who has a good batting average lifetime? Mike Yastrzemski, 14 at-bats, 286 average. That includes a home run. Pretty good. Austin Slater, 273 in 22 at-bats. Pretty good. Not surprising that both of them are really high on over half a hit, run, and RBI. And by the way, both of them are just over half a hit. So I like Austin Slater, but really quick, I want to look at something else before I go into that. Keep in mind, J.D. Davis, really good numbers, but I would expect that he's not at the over half. I would expect he's at 1.5. Austin Slater at half, that's very, very attractive. Guys, I'll get back to your questions in a minute. I'm just answering this one question by Jake here right now. So we're looking at Austin Slater over half a hit. Looks very attractive. I like the batting average. Now, next thing I'm going to look at, Giants stats, San Francisco Giants stats, okay? I want their team stats over the last 7 days. Now, you can do this one of two ways. You can either go to ESPN, you can look at the team stats, and you can go to the last 7 days, and you can look at who's been a hot hitter. Austin Slater's been hot. We're now really on to something, Jake. So, 3 things we look at. We like that his batting average, 273, large sample size. By the way, 3 home runs. In 22 at-bats against Kershaw, 6 hits, half of them have been home runs. So when he sees them, he sees them. 273, we like that. By the way, one of the reasons we like it, home runs implies that even if he doesn't hit a home run, maybe I can get a sac fly out of him. He hasn't done it so far, but something to consider. That said, we also then look at how is Kershaw done. The only other thing we're waiting on is splits. How is he done at home? He's been outstanding. Don't like it as much. How is he done against righty-lefties? Righties have hit him better. Slater, right-handed hitter. Austin Slater has been red hot of late over the last 7 games. 375. Austin Slater. Jake, to answer your question, Damian Skyberg, I'll get to it in 1 second. Austin Slater is one play that I like today. I know that took a minute, but I wanted to show you guys the process. Austin Slater over half a hit. plus run, plus RBI, even against Clayton Kershaw. That's a bet I really like today, going through the process that I go through every day to make those picks. So, Jake, pulling back the curtain, I look at a pitcher's splits, their home road splits, their lefty-righty splits, how they've done in the last month or so. I then also look at how they've done against the hitters they'll be facing today, who has good numbers against them. I use the Outlier app to check out the implied probability, find the best possible bet. Austin Slater over half a hit, very attractive. I'm not asking too much. And Austin Slater over the last 7 days, looking at his stats, 375. Really love that. If I wanted to go take it one more step, I'd look at his splits against left-handed pitching. Batting average against left-handed pitching, Austin Slater, 279 average. Wish it were 300, not that bad. So overall, that's how I came up with Austin Slater over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Now, let's get back to some of your fantasy questions. I know that took a minute, but wanted to make sure I answered that question. Audi 2K5. I don't agree about that. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world, and baseball's having a great year. So I don't agree with you, but okay. Logan, Nico Collins or Pickens, AR the flex. Logan, I'd go Pickens. Jake, hope you enjoyed that breakdown. Mason YKTV. Is Cooper and White for Jacobs a good trade? I have Addison and Chase and Smith starting. I wouldn't give up Amari Cooper. Even with that group, I really like Amari Cooper, and I don't think Cooper and White, I don't like Jacobs. I think you could get more. Damian Skyberg, thanks for being patient. Would I be smart to try and trade Mostert for as much as I can get? I think it's an interesting idea. I'd put it out there maybe, see if I could overreach. Maybe get something really valuable back in exchange. But overall, I think Mostert has some value, and I think you're starting to see. I wouldn't give up on him too quick. Appreciate all those who are watching on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We are about to hit 15,000 likes. Once we do, we are going to give out another favorite pick from MLB today. So make sure you're hitting us up, Butt Fumble Sports on TikTok. Hit that screen, everybody. 15,000 likes. We're giving out another pick. JJ, which three should I start? DK, Puka, Godwin, or Zay Flowers? I'm going to lean towards DK, Godwin, and the weather is starting to become a concern. In that Baltimore game, might want to keep our eye on that one. One place I go to look for the weather is NFLweather.com. NFLweather.com. Great source for you to just be able to look at the weather, get an understanding of how things are going to go down. If I'm looking at that Ravens game, that Colts-Ravens game, that's one I'm definitely concerned about. Chance of rain showers, lot of wind. I still like Flowers, but Puka's starting to become a little bit more attractive maybe. Slight chance of showers in that game as well, but not nearly as bad. Jake, Alonso over Slater, over... I like Alonso. I like Slater. I'm not as crazy about Yastrzemski because the lefty-lefty split against Kershaw, I don't think I'm as crazy about it. But, you know, it's something I would consider. Those aren't the only bets I'd obviously make today, but those were the first three that popped up in terms of the implied probability on Outlier, so they got our attention quickly. But there's certainly some other ones, plenty of hot hitters across baseball. One thing, if we want to do it, Jorge, all these picks are on your website already? No, Jorge, they're not on my website. They are on the SHARPZ app. Jorge, they're on the SHARPZ app. So if you haven't downloaded SHARPZ yet, or if you haven't used my referral code to get all of my picks on the SHARPZ app, make sure you do so today. Butt Fumble Sports puts all of our picks on the SHARPZ app. Make sure you go and hit that up today. That referral code is out there. Victor, I'd go Algier. Lex, which three should I start? Lex, I'd start Evans, Lockett, and Higgins because I think Burrow's going to play. Lex, Higgins, Evans, Lockett. Focused on those who contribute to the show. When we hit, we just hit 15,000 likes, so we're going to give out a pick. But first, Jared Ford 111. Jared Ford 111. I'd start Gibbs and I'd start Hall. Gibbs and Hall. Because it's a standard league. Gibbs and Hall. If it was PPR, it'd be Kelly, but Jared Ford 111. Gibbs and Hall. Thanks so much for the question. Moderators, do me one favor. Leave the question up there until I thank the person for the question. That'll be my little cue to you guys to let you know that I'm all done with that question. IP Shade 45. By the way, I gotta say thanks so much for contributing to the show. You are such a loyal viewer, such a loyal follower. You've just reached a new level thanks to all of the support you show us. You are the best, IP Shade 45. Thanks so much, man. Duke, Watson, or Goff? I think Watson's going to have a good game. I think Goff is the safer play. So, Duke, I'm going to lean towards Goff just barely. I like Watson, but I'll lean towards Goff. Between Watson and Love, I'd rather go with Watson. So, between Watson and Love, I'm going Watson. But between Watson and Goff, I'd go Goff. We hit 15,000 likes, so let me give out another MLB pick. We have another MLB pick that we're going to give out. This one, Chicago Cubs on the money line. Just being easy about it, being smart, not being too risky. A couple of these aren't great in terms of odds. Parlays. Make some parlays, guys. My moderators are looking out for all of those who contribute to the show and ask a question. So, if you have contributed to the show and you have a question, fire away. IP Shade 45. Sorry to say, brother, but Clemson is not going to win or cover that small spread. Okay, IP Shade 45. How about this? IP Shade 45. I'll make a little deal with you. If Clemson covers the spread, and let me get the points. IP Shade 45. Would you give me plus 3.5? Plus 3.5 with Clemson? If you give me plus 3.5, I'll do this with you. If Clemson covers plus 3.5, you have to buy a T-shirt on Butt Fumble Sports. If you win the bet and Florida State covers the 3.5, I'll answer all of your sports betting questions for the day, automatically. We'll figure something out. But IP Shade 45, let's figure this out. DM me on Instagram. We'll figure out some odds. I like a little side action here with you. If you contribute to the show, we will get to your question right away. If you're watching on Twitch, Cyclops Daddy. What's up, Cyclops Daddy? I'd start Jahmyr Gibbs and Christian Kirk. Cyclops Daddy, I'd go Gibbs and Kirk. For all those who watch the show, thank you so much for the support you guys show us every single day. Make sure you hit the follow button. Something I haven't asked recently, make sure you share the channel. If there's a sports fan in your world who you know would love the conversation that we have, is a big fantasy football fan, is that person in your group chat who always talks sports with you every single day, make sure you share the channel. Let other people know about Butt Fumble Sports. We grow organically through your support and obviously through word of mouth. So let others know that Butt Fumble Sports is here talking sports every single day. Yeah, Jake, that spread's moved, by the way. It tells you a lot. That spread moved. It was 2.5. It's moved to 1.5. The big money's come down on it. I'm just saying. Public money's on Florida State. The big money's come down on Clemson. I'm just saying. We'll see. Let's go, Jake. IP Shade 45. Hit me up about that side action, buddy. Jared Ford 111. Jared Ford 111. I'm gonna go Goddard. I'm gonna go Laporta. Jared Ford 111. I'm gonna go Laporta. Willie. I'd go Brian Robinson. If you guys contribute to the show, I will look for your question right away. We will make sure we find it right away. By the way, when we get to 20,000 likes, I'm gonna give out a college football pick. 20,000 likes, I'm going to give out a college football pick. What receiver? Oh, I hate those questions. Benjamin Klein, just a tip for the show. Asking those open-ended questions are really tough for me to answer in this environment. In a subscriber-only show, I do those, But on this side of things, on the big public show, we don't answer those kinds of open-ended questions. It's just not really helpful. Slows things down. So make it a bit more specific, and we'll get to it. Justin Harrell, I'd go Brian Robinson. Justin Harrell 790, I'd go Brian Robinson. Corey Reynolds, thanks so much for following. Najee or Lockett? Abdonius Prime, I'd go Lockett. Abdomius Prime, I'd go Lockett. Paul Love. Taylor got dropped, so dropping Atwell to pick up. Good choice. Yep, I do like it. Yep, I do like it, Paul Love. I do like it. Thanks so much for the question, Paul Love. Thanks so much for the question. I'm going to thank everybody for their question, moderators, and that'll be the cue to pull it off the screen. Julian, Ford or White? Julian, I'd go Rashad White, believe it or not. Julian, I'd go Rashad White. Snill, I'd go Zay Flowers still, even in the rain. Snill, I'd go Zay Flowers. IP Shade 45, cheer? What's that? Thanks so much. IP Shade 45, thanks so much. User, I'd go Addison. Trevor Johnson, I'd go Zach Moss. Connor Donaldson, I think it's a good trade. I think it's a good trade. User 5516, I'd go Justin Fields. Willie, I'd go, Willie. I'm going to lean towards Sam Laporta because of the weather, I think. In the Hunter Henry game, I'm going to lean towards Sam Laporta, Willie. Thanks so much for your question, Willie. Appreciate you. Moderators, you're doing a great job. Thanks so much, Barely Positive. Doing a great job. Eli, I'd go Jake Ferguson. HSBU 11A, I'd go Moss. Graham Odland, I would start Devontae Smith as long as he's healthy. Barry Alexander, I'd go D-Hop, believe it or not. Trace, I'd go with Swift. I'd go Swift. Thanks so much for the question, Trace. I'd go with DeAndre Swift over Connor. Thanks so much for the question. Great job, moderators. You can tell if you guys contribute to the show, we're going to get your question up there right away, and we're going to answer it right away. So just contribute to the show, and we will answer your question right away. Jake, I took Slater and Alonzo over half a base. I like that. Actually, no, I don't. Jake, no, I don't. No. Jake, no. I would not have done that. 1.5 over half a hit run and RBI, not bases. Hit run and RBI, Jake, not bases. And the reason I say that is a sac fly would have cashed for you. A base, you have to get a hit. Because so many sports books don't take the walk or the hit batsman. So because of that, no. Not a good play. Bases was not a good play. No, there's a reason I gave you the bet I did. Buddy, no, bad play. Bad dog. Because if they get the base, they would have cashed on my bet anyways. But I gave you more opportunities to cash. No. Bad. What do you make of Utah line going from -8 to start the week, and it's now down to -3.5? Yeah, I'm not crazy about that game exactly because of the line movement. It was one of those in which I thought the line moved too much. If it had moved to, let's say, 5.5, I would be about it. But no, I don't like it right now. Hunter Henry or Dallas Goedert? John Gonzalez, I'll go Hunter Henry. Gavin, I'm going to lean towards James Cook, Gavin, just barely. FSSCF, I'm going to go with FSSCF. I'm going to go with Kelly if it's a PPR league. Kelly if it's PPR, Moss if it's standard. Hear that one more time in case you missed it. I like Zach Moss in a standard league. I prefer Josh Kelly in a PPR if you have those two players. KN, I would go Travis Etienne. I'd go Travis Etienne. If you guys contribute to the show, either I'll see it or the moderators will, and they will pin it immediately. Our moderators are crushing it. So if you haven't gotten your question answered, just make sure you hit us up. Jorge, we do college football player prop bets. Jorge, just ask your one question and we'll answer it. Keyshawn Dixon, I'll go Pickens for now because Flowers, the rain, just a little hesitation. So Keyshawn Dixon, I'll go with Pickens. Appreciate the question. Thanks so much for the question. Devin Jones, you like Brian Robinson this week as a flex with poor weather? Devin Jones, you know I do. Good call. Mark A. Jones, I'd go Addison. Mark A. Jones, I would go Addison just barely over DK. Thanks so much for the question, Mark A. Jones. Addison just barely over DK. Thanks so much for the question. Brian Higgins, good morning. Hope you're having a great morning. You feel Lamar or Trevor Lawrence since the weather? Breyer, I'd go Trevor Lawrence. Just barely. Getting a question in. Ridley or Pickens? J. Lopedog, I would go Ridley. I'm going to look up a college football play for our boy Jorge. Tony, I'm not feeling good about that game. I'm going to avoid that one. It's not one I'm going to be betting. We're looking up Weaver, 97.5. Jorge, I love you. Can you ask one, dude? Can you ask one? Can one question ever be one bet? I love you, but every time you ask like 3 at a time or 2 at a time, we're trying to get to everybody, and I don't want to slow down the show to answer all your questions. I love you, buddy, but pick one, dude. Pick one. I'll do both of them for now, but this is the last time. Receiving yards, 89.5. You see here. I could see this going over in part because no Travis Hunter. So I like the over a little bit more than I normally have. It's hit in 4 of his last 5 games, 3 straight this season. So personally, I like this play. I do like this play, Jorge, on over 89.5. I don't know where you got the 97.5. Maybe you're getting it at a different spot, but I prefer that over 89.5. Lex, I'd go Derek Carr. Additionally, you were asking about receptions. I'll do it this one time, but from now on, one question. Not even showing up, so makes it easy. Love you, Jorge. You're great. Appreciate you, but yeah. Would you trade James Conner for London and Mostert? Yes, that's a terrible trade for the person who's getting James Conner. I'd rather have Drake London and Mostert by a mile. Nico's got a player prop bet question for baseball. Keyshawn Dixon, I'd go Swift. Thanks so much for your question. Talkman is the question. Great implied probability at 56%. 4 straight games. This is cashed. Looking at it at home. 3 straight games in his career against Chris Flexen. He actually has never faced him. Dansby Swanson has and rakes against him. I like Talkman in this game. I think I prefer the over half a hit. So I'm going to play it safe, and I will put this up on my board. Mike Talkman over half a hit. It's minus 210, but I do like that play. Jeff, I'd go Geno Smith. Appreciate your question, Jeff. I'd go Geno Smith. Thanks so much for the question. Brandon X, Chase, CD, AJ Brown, Ridley, Flowers, Mike Williams. Pick 2, 3 for the flex. Okay, I'd go CD Lamb. I'd go AJ Brown. I'd go Mike Williams. So Lamb, Brown, and Williams. Brandon, Lamb, Brown, and Williams. Thanks so much for the question. Nico, let's go. Thanks so much. Appreciate you contributing to the show. If you guys haven't done so, if you want all of my picks, all of my bets every single day, just DM me on Instagram, ButtFumble Sports on Instagram. I will share a referral code with you guys for the SHARPZ app. You can get all of my bets. If you guys contribute on TikTok, our moderators will find it and will pin it, and I'll make sure to answer it. We have hit 20,000 likes. And I promised you guys a college football pick when we hit 20,000 likes. So let's get this one up on the screen as well. Appreciate you guys being with us. We're going to put this one up on the screen as well. Okay. So, college football. College. Got some options. Should I be concerned about Devontae? I am a little bit because of his health, but overall, I would probably start him today. Or probably start him on Sunday, rather. So, college football. Looking for betting opportunities. Now, there was one that definitely caught my eye. Want to make sure I find it so I can show it up on the screen first. And that was Texas. Texas. Now, the minus 17, I'm not as crazy about. But alternative line, Texas to cover, and let's say minus 13.5. I like that play. I think Texas covers by 2 touchdowns. So, I will take Texas minus 13.5. Texas at minus 13.5 at minus 161. Anything outside of that, minus 13.5, minus 12.5, minus 11.5, I would take them all. But Texas to cover 13.5 is the next pick that I'm giving out. Texas to cover 13.5, next play I'm giving out. Colin Daughtry, I'd go Mike Williams. Arctic Tiger, I have Young over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 1.5 bases for Semien and Seager. Okay, Arctic Tiger. Really quick, I'm going to do one of the things I like to do to make sure that's a good play. I like looking at how those hitters have done over the last 7 days. Are those some of the hotter bats? Have they been swinging the bat well? Josh Young certainly is. I like him over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Corey Seager, he's really cooled off, hitting 154. May not like him as much. Marcus Semien, I do like him. That said, the matchup that they have today in that game is against Logan Gilbert. Really quick, I'm going to see how Logan Gilbert's stats are. Maybe we can get a player prop bet out of that opportunity. Brant C. I'd start Deshaun Watson. Brant C. I'd start Deshaun Watson. I'm just a little bit concerned about Joe Burrow, so I'm not there. Okay, Corey Seager rakes against Logan Gilbert. Now I get it. Rakes against Logan Gilbert. Funny enough, Marcus Semien has bad numbers against Gilbert. I don't agree with you on Marcus Semien now. Marcus Semien's the odd man out, hitting just 118 against this pitcher. So I like Corey Seager. I actually like Nathaniel Lowe as well, or Nathaniel Lowe. Nathaniel Lowe is another one. He's got good numbers against this pitcher, Logan Gilbert. Josh Young doesn't have a hit against him, but he's been red hot of late, so I understand it. But Arctic Tiger, I'm not on all those plays. Ethan, I'd rather have Drake London. Colin Daughtry, I'd start Algier. IP Shade 45, thanks so much for contributing to the show. When we get to 25,000 likes, we'll give out another sports bet, everybody. Where are we? We're looking for those who have contributed to the show. If you've contributed to the show, I will answer your question right away, or our moderators will find you. So if you've contributed to the show, we are prioritizing your questions. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you follow Butt Fumble Sports. We're live every single day, answering all of your fantasy questions every single day. Butt Fumble Sports is live every single day. So make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Okay, I think I'm about to do a rapid fire right now. You guys get us up to 25,000 likes. I'm about to do a rapid fire. First, X Brandon X, I'd go Gibbs. X Brandon X, I'd go Gibbs. Okay, we're about to do a rapid fire, everybody. Ripping through a bunch of your questions right now. You guys ready? Let's go. Joseph De La Cruz, I'd go Mostert. Damon Days, I think you're giving up too much. Damon Days, you're giving up too much in that trade. HSBU, I'm going to lean slightly towards Puka, I think. Jacob Skinner, I'd go Michael Thomas. Evan Barrett, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Terrence Wheeler, I'll go Josh Jacobs. I don't feel great about it, though. Terrence Wheeler, I'd go Josh Jacobs. If I've answered your question, make sure you're a follower, and make sure you tap that screen. Kevin KC, I'd go Williams and Addison. Sawyer Moore, I'd go Puka. Abdonius Prime. I'd go St. Brown over Kelly and Flowers. Sean S, yes you can. Sean S, yes you can start Puka. Colton Lake 7, I would start Mostert and Collins. Colton Lake 7, I'd start Mostert and Collins. If I've answered your question, make sure you tap that screen and make sure you're a follower. Terry McLaurin or Christian Kirk, I'd go Christian Kirk. Over Terry McLaurin. Ricky's, I'd go Jahmyr Gibbs. Just barely over Mostert. Ricky's, I'd go Gibbs just barely over Mostert. Maddox, I think I'd start Gibbs over Amon-Ra St. Brown, believe it or not. I prefer Gibbs. Tyler Brimmer. I'm leaning slightly out of the flex. I think I'd go Sky Moore in the flex. I like David Njoku a lot, but it's very close for me. Very good question, Tyler. I'm kind of on the fence. Mace Che, I'd go Raheem Mostert. Dominic. Garrett Wilson might get one big play rather. You hope it's a touchdown, but you know that the Patriots are going to try and take him away. Kyron Williams or Josh Jacobs. I'll lean towards Josh Jacobs maybe slightly. It's a coin flip for me. I'm not really crazy about either one. We're ripping through your questions right now. Elijah Moore or Laporta. Marcel, I'd go Laporta. I think it's very close. Keaton, I'd go DJ Moore. Nick, I'd go DeAndre Swift. Josh, I'd go Geno. OP, I'll go Dak. Evan Barrett, out of the three, I'd go Chase, Metcalf, and Puka because I think Waddle may not play. So, Evan, if Waddle plays, Puka's the odd man out. Otherwise, Waddle is. Judy or Miles Sanders, believe it or not, I lean slightly towards Miles Sanders. David Rosenberg, I'd go Lawrence. Noah McVay, I'd go Dak, I think just barely. It's close. Cool vibes. I'd go Herbert. Oh, wait, is it Khalil Herbert or Justin Herbert? If it's Justin Herbert, I'd rather have Herbert and Lamb. But I'm assuming it's Khalil Herbert, in which case I still probably rather have Lamb. Dr. Meggs, I would go with Mostert. I'd go with Mostert. Garrett, I think Flowers is a little bit worse because of the weather this week, but I still like Zay Flowers. I think he'll get plenty of targets and touches. Ripping through your questions. I'd go Pitts over Kincaid. If I've answered your question, make sure you're a follower. Make sure you hit that follow button. We're live every day answering your fantasy questions. Make sure you're a follower. Once we hit 25,000 likes, we will give out another pick for today's games. 25,000 likes. Pat, I'd go Swift over Nico Collins. Jake Hubber 61, I'd go Sky Moore. Rapid fire through your questions. Jesse, I'd go Tyler Algier. Blessed Express, I'd go with Moss. Cody, I'd go Brian Robinson. Cody, I'd go Brian Robinson. Braden Basner, I'd go Addison. Braden Basner 14, I'd go Jordan Addison. If I've answered your question, make sure you're a follower. Make sure you hit that follow button. Aiden, I'm going to go with Michael Thomas. I'd go with Michael Thomas. Oh, if I'm sitting one, it'd be D-Hop. D-Hop would be the one I'd sit. Jay Dosia, I'd go with, I'll go with Justin Herbert, just barely. It's very close. I like both of them, but I'll go Justin Herbert. Michael 210, I'll go DK Metcalf. OP. If it's a PPR league, I go Kelly. If it's a standard league, it's Moss. OP. If it's a standard league, I would go with Moss. If it's PPR, I'd go with Kelly. Josh Dory, I'd go Njoku. Wisco Boy 79, I'd definitely go with Tua this week. Wisco Boy 79, the weather should be bad in that Bills game. I'll go with Tua. Sunny D10, I'll go A.J. Dillon. Sunny D10, I'll go A.J. Dillon. Rapid fire through your questions. Pipco, I'm going to lean slightly towards... I'll lean slightly towards Sutton. I don't feel great about it, though. Sawyer Moore, A.J. Brown by a mile. Sawyer Moore, A.J. Brown. Jesse, I'm going to lean slightly towards Lockett. I don't feel great about it, though. I'll lean slightly towards Lockett, but I don't feel great about it. Jay, A.J. Brown. Jay, A.J. Brown. Jensen Taylor, sit Gabe Davis. Jensen Taylor, sit Gabe Davis. Denzel, start Josh, Denzel, I'd start Josh Kelly because it's a PPR league. If I answered your question, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're a subscriber. Make sure you're a member of this Butt Fumble Sports community. BR1, I'd go Josh Kelly because it's a PPR. Russell, great question, Russell. I'll go Bijan, just barely. It's Bijan or Pollard. I'd start both. Why aren't you starting both? Both are going to be good plays. I really want to start both. I'll go with Pollard. I guess I'll go with Pollard. I just said Bijan, but I'll flip it. I'll go Pollard. But I'm on the fence. I like both of them. How can you not start both? Pat, I'd go Addison over London. Pat, I like both of them, but I'll go Addison over London. Thanks, guys, so much. If you haven't done so already, hit the follow button. Make sure you're a follower of Butt Fumble Sports. We're live every single day. Jeremy, hey, man, thanks so much for supporting the show. Hey, man, should I trade Sutton, Herbert, Akers, Lamb for Eckler, Ford, Watson, and Kirk? Is that Khalil Herbert? If you're trading Sutton, Khalil Herbert, Cam Akers, and Lamb for Eckler, Ford, Watson, and Kirk, I like it. If that's Justin Herbert, I don't like it. But if it's Khalil Herbert, I do like it. So, Jeremy, I do like the trade if you're the other side. I am going to go back to prioritizing those who contribute to the show for a little bit. So if you have contributed to the show, a little icon goes up next to your name. Mac, just like you did. Mac, it's all about if Waddle's healthy. If Waddle is healthy enough to play, I'd go Waddle. Otherwise, Nico Collins is the obvious answer. So, Mac, that's the way I'd go. Going to prioritize those who contribute to the show for a little bit. So if you contribute to the show, it can be just one of those little flowers. We will answer your question right away. And once we hit 25,000 likes, I'm going to give out another game pick. So if you guys want more picks from Butt Fumble Sports, just get us up to 25,000 likes. Jay Lopedog, I'm going with the Chargers tomorrow. I'm going with the Chargers. So I'll actually put that up on my board right now. That is a pick that I'm going to go with. I know it's Kirk Cousins at home at a 1 o'clock game. Normally, I don't bet against those. But I think Justin Herbert and the Chargers pull it out. I'm going to take the Chargers on the money line. Guys, thanks so much for the gifts that are coming in. Thanks so much for supporting the show. We're getting a lot of gifts right now. So great. Joe, I'm going to lean towards Zach. Joe, I'm going to lean towards Zach Moss, just barely. Jensen Taylor, I would sit Gabe Davis. I'd sit Gabe Davis. Guys, thanks so much for supporting the show. You guys are awesome. You guys are crushing it right now. Thank you guys so much. ANA. Which two should I start? I would go with Lockett, and I'd go with, if Waddle starts, I'd go with Waddle. So Lockett and Waddle if Waddle's healthy. Otherwise, I'm going to lean slightly towards Flowers, even in the rain. You guys are awesome contributing to the show. Thank you guys so much. If you guys do contribute to the show, I will get to your question right away, or our moderators will pin it. So make sure you guys contribute to the show. We're going to do that for a little while, focus on those who are contributing. Make sure you guys hit the follow button. We will have a pregame show tomorrow. We are live tomorrow at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'll probably be live for a 10-hour show. Oh, we have hit over 25,000. Good call. By the way, Eric, I would go with Gibbs. Jameer Gibbs. Eric, I'd go Jameer Gibbs. Jeremy, you are crushing it, man. Jeremy, thanks so much. Jensen, thanks so much. Lex. Kelsey, 1 touchdown is always a good play. I don't like the Josh Allen passing touchdowns. I do like Tyreek Hill, I think, on a touchdown. I think I like CeeDee Lamb. I like Lamb, I like Kelsey, I like Mahomes, I like Hill. I don't like Allen. I think Tyreek could be a little tough, but so my favorite's probably Kelsey 1, Mahomes 2, Lamb 3, Hill 4, Allen 5. Josh Weedman, I'd go Tank Dell. Josh Weedman, I'd go Tank Dell. Tony, welcome to the subscriber group. Tony, thanks so much for subscribing. Welcome to the community. So great to have you with us. Welcome to the community. It is awesome to have you with us. Oh man, we are 1 away from 50, folks. 1 subscriber away from 50. So freaking excited about it. When we hit 50, TikTok rewards us. So thank you guys so much. We are 1 away from 50. You are awesome. Thanks so much, Tony. Appreciate you. We've hit 25,000. Parker, I would go Josh Reynolds, believe it or not. Parker, I'd go Josh Reynolds. I'm going to get back to your questions in a second, but we've got another pick to give out, because we've hit 25,000 likes. I gave this one out earlier, and I got some flack for it. I got some flack for it. It's a college football pick. IP Shade 45 wasn't agreeing with me, but you know what? I'm taking Clemson. I took them at +4.5. I took Clemson at +4.5. I'll show it to you so you can see the alternative line. But Clemson, I think, at home against Florida State. Jensen Taylor, we did it! 50 subscribers! Let's go! Way to go. Thanks so much for subscribing. That is awesome. Thank you so much. 50 subscribers. Duffel bag! Let's go! Subscriber city right now. Butt Fumble Sports is nothing but subscribers right now. And guys, we will do a subscriber-only show later tonight to say thank you. A subscriber-only show later tonight. So all of you guys who subscribe, you guys get all of the personal advice. That way you guys get all of the personal advice. So I took Clemson at +4.5. I got Clemson +4.5 at -165. -165. I love this bet. So, giving that out because we hit 25,000 likes. But man, I am chills, folks. Chill bumps. To get over 50 subscribers, guys. That really is meaningful. Thank you guys so much. We continue to grow thanks to your support. This community is amazing. This audience is amazing. Thank you guys so much. You do not know how grateful I am. It is just wonderful to know that we have such a loyal following. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Let's get back to answering your questions. Parker Lewis. I'm going to lean towards Justin Fields, believe it or not. Parker Lewis, I'm going to lean towards Fields just barely. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Oh my God, I cannot believe we've hit 50 subscribers. That is so awesome. Eric, I'm not big on Kendry Miller this week. Other people are. Other people are trying to talk me into it. I'm not as high on him as others are. Appreciate all of those who are watching the show. Colin Daughtry, I'm going to lean towards Christian Kirk. Daniel Pipko, trade Sanders for Najee. Sure. Oh, and second round pick in a keeper league. Yes. Daniel Pipko, I like it. Goofy Gibb. I'm leaning slightly, I think, towards Reynolds, believe it or not. It's either Tutu or Reynolds. Joe, I'd go DK. Appreciate your question. Joe, I'd go DK. Thanks so much, guys, for watching the show. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're with us every single day because we are live every single day. Willie, I'd go Justin Herbert. Willie, I'd go Justin Herbert over Trevor Lawrence. Willie, that's Herbert over Lawrence. Thank you so much for the question, Willie. Thank you so much for the question. If you guys want my sports bets every single day, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're subscribing. We are live every single day. So make sure you're a follower of Butt Fumble Sports. So great to have this community growing every day. JR, what's good? Great to see you, JR. Hope you're having a good one. I cannot believe we hit 50 subscribers today. That is incredibly meaningful. I cannot believe it. I hope you guys subscribe as well. We'll have a subscriber-only show later today. So if you guys want to only get your questions answered, if you want that exclusive access, we will do a subscriber-only show later tonight. So make sure you subscribe and you'll get that personal attention. That way, no reason to worry about it. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Make sure you hit that follow button. We are live every single day. I am prioritizing those who contribute on TikTok right now. So if you're watching on TikTok, I am going to prioritize those that contribute to the show. So if you contribute to the show, I'm going to answer your question right away. Next pick, the next pick I'll give out will be at 30,000 likes. 30,000 likes for our next game pick. So if you guys want some help with that, here to help you guys out as always. Our next pick will be at 30,000 likes. By the way, I do want to give out one pick that we talked about, but I didn't actually put on the board, but I am going to take it. Pete Alonso over half. This should be over half a hit. For Talkman, it's over half a hit. For Alonso, it's over half a hit, plus a run, plus an RBI. So Pete Alonso, over half a hit, run, RBI. JR, I'd go Christian Kirk. JR, I'd go Christian Kirk. Thanks so much for the question, JR. Thanks so much for the question. Eric, I'd go Swift. Eric, I'd go Swift over Gainwell. I'd go Swift over Gainwell. If you guys contribute to the show, our moderators will find you, pin your tweet, and that way you will get your question answered immediately. By the way, when we hit 30,000 likes, I'm going to give out a pick. By the way, Jensen, don't you love using that Butt Fumble Sports emoji? Isn't that awesome? I love seeing that in the comment section. That's my logo. I actually own that logo. That logo is trademarked. Do you know that? You cannot make a logo, you cannot make a shield that looks like a butt. I own that. According to the U.S. government. Isn't that cool? That came in a few weeks ago with, when we had our 1-year anniversary. That was a big deal for me. That's a big deal to be like, hey, you can make it look like a lot of things, but you cannot make a shield look like an ass in this country unless you want to pay me. So, isn't that cool, Jensen? I think so. Anyways, we've hit 30,000 likes. Yeah, Jake, what's good? I love seeing it, Jake. Love seeing it. Okay. Logan, all you gotta do is contribute to the show. Logan, you contribute to the show, and we will get it pinned and answered. Let's give out another game pick, everybody. Let's give out another game pick. Next game pick that we're gonna go to, not surprising, I'm gonna take this on two different ways. Padres on the money line. Padres on the money line. I'd also take Padres minus 1.5. Padres minus 1.5 as well. Eric, I take Ferguson. Freiermuth really disappointed me last week, and I love what I saw from Ferguson. Maybe I'm overreacting to those two things, but I'll take Ferguson over Freiermuth. Guys, I just dropped 2 picks because we hit 30,000 likes. Padres money line, and Padres minus 1.5. Appreciate all those who are watching the show. Daniel Pipko, start 2. I hate these options. Daniel, I hate them. I'll go Bourne and I'll go Sutton, but I hate them. I hate them all. I hate every player you named. Arctic Tiger, will Hunt be the RB1? No. He won't be the RB1. Ford will be, and he will not be effective tomorrow. He will have a bad game tomorrow. Appreciate all those who are watching the show. Jensen Taylor, I'm going to lean towards Goddard. Eric subscribed. Let's go. Thanks for subscribing, Eric. So great to have you as a part of the show. Daniel, sorry for being harsh, but just don't like the players you draft. Jules subscribe. Let's go. We hit our subscriber goal for the day. Oh, man, that is awesome. Thank you guys. You guys are great. We have hit our subscriber goal for the day. We wanted to add 5 subscribers. We did. We are over 50 now for all time, and obviously we will do subscriber-only shows every day now. We have so many subscribers that I'm going to do shows that are only for subscribers. You guys will get your questions answered. All of the attention will be on you guys. So if you guys subscribe, I will make it worth your while, giving picks, fantasy advice, DFS lineup advice. We will be live with subscribers exclusively later tonight. So thank you guys for subscribing. It is so wonderful. Jules, yo, you are awesome, dude. Thanks so much. I would go with Njoku. Jules, thank you for being so kind. We grind here. You know we do. I'd go with David Njoku. Jules, I'd go with David Njoku at the tight end. Thanks so much for subscribing. Thanks for the question. It is awesome to have you as a part of this community and this audience. Man, I am pumped right now. I cannot believe it. What a wonderful thing. Brandon, I'd go Mike Williams. Arctic Tiger, let's go. Arctic Tiger subscribed. Let's go. Oh, man, we are on fire right now. You guys are crushing it. Thanks so much for subscribing. If you guys contribute to the show, you might as well subscribe, because then you don't have to contribute ever again. You can just subscribe and you'll literally get the most personalized attention for the rest of the season. So I think it's a good deal. I'll let you guys be the judge. But it is so wonderful to have so many of you as subscribers, as followers. This is awesome. Oh man, I am pumped right now. Chill bumps, folks. You guys are crushing it. Michael subscribed. I cannot believe you guys. Unbelievable. 55 subscribers now. Wow. Rob, I know. I cannot believe it. The popularity of Butt Fumble Sports is just getting bigger and better every single day. You guys are awesome. We are live every single day. Jake, I can't believe it either. These guys, everyone wants to be a part of this community. You guys are awesome. Absolutely love it. Josh, Austin Eckler is not playing. Again, if you guys subscribe, we will have a subscriber-only show later today. That way you never miss the show. Michael, love the show. Love your support. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. We're live every single day. Hope you guys hit that follow button. If you guys subscribe, again, subscriber-only show later tonight. Eric, James Cook this week. I think he's good. I actually think the weather's going to help him out. So I think James Cook is a good flex option. Maybe a good RB2 if you're desperate. Arctic Tiger, thank you guys. Arctic Tiger, thank you so much. Colton just subscribed. Let's go. I cannot believe the subscribers we're adding today. A subscriber-only show tonight, for sure, to say thank you to all of those who have subscribed today. Wow, I cannot believe the support. Yeah, we are on a roll, Rob. The subscribers are coming out in droves. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me and the show. If you subscribe, we will be live exclusively for you later today. Jensen Taylor. I'm going to lean towards Javonte Williams. I'm going to lean towards Javonte Williams. Thanks so much for subscribing. Wow. Frank. Yeah, I wouldn't go with Najee. Jules, can you expand on confidence in Njoku? He's been burning me. Love the matchup he has against the Titans. Titans are a terrible pass defense. So, Jules, I think Njoku is a good matchup. One, I think he gets in the red zone. He gets the touchdown. He didn't Monday night. I think he will on Sunday. Terrible matchup. Titans have a bad secondary, give up a lot of pass yards. So that's why I like Njoku. Jules, I understand Njoku kind of burned us on Monday night, but I do like him for tomorrow. TW, do I have an opinion on Colorado and Oregon? I do, and people aren't going to like it. I've got Oregon not just winning, I've got Oregon covering. Not the 21. I didn't take the 21. I do think that's a little aggressive, and I believe in Coach Prime enough to keep it within 3 touchdowns. but did I take Oregon at like 13.5, 15.5? Yeah, I did. I think Oregon's going to win this game. I think it's going to be by a decent margin. Eric, I'd go with Warren. Believe it or not, Eric, I'd go with Warren. I think Warren's the better play. Appreciate all those who have subscribed. We're one away from our total live subscriber goal for the week. But that said, we've gotten so many today. It's just awesome. I'm not even worried about it. It is awesome. We will do a subscriber-only show for you guys later tonight. Colton, I'd go Addison. Colton, I'd go Addison over Collins. Colton, thanks so much for subscribing. I'd go Addison over Collins. Brennan, what's up? Hope you're having a great day. TW, if you want all of my picks every single day, make sure you go use that referral code and that link that I just gave you. If you guys want all of my bets every day, DM me on Instagram. Buttfumble Sports on Instagram. That's Buttfumble Sports on Instagram. DM me. You'll get a link with a referral code. All of my picks every day are on the SHARPZ app. That's SHARPZ, SHARPZ. They're one of the sponsors of our show. I put all of my bets on there. What is it? It's a social media app. So it connects my sports book, but it really is a place where I can engage with you guys. I don't like DMing on Instagram or on TikTok as much as you guys do. I like doing it on the SHARPZ app. That way I can see your bets, you can see mine. We can interact. You guys can like or fade my picks. So if that sounds like something you'd like to be a part of, DM me on Instagram and I'll share a link and a referral code. Matthew, I would not trade Cooper for Sanders. If you're desperate, fine. But not for Miles Sanders. Go get someone better. Matthew, I don't think you're getting enough value for the player you're giving up. So Matthew, I'm fine with trading Amari Cooper. Just get better value for him. Jake, thoughts on trading Puka and Addison for Olave? The reason I like it and don't like it at the same time is Olave is a wide receiver 1, and I certainly value them more than anything else. However, Addison is a stud, and Puka's showing you something. Is Cooper Kupp going to stay healthy for the whole year? If he doesn't, Puka's value is pretty good. Jake, I get it. I'm okay with it. If you did it, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's terrible. But I don't know. I don't know right now. I think it's a fair trade, but I don't know if I'd actually pull the trigger. I'm on the fence. AJ, Hunter Henry. AJ, I'd go with Hunter Henry. Appreciate all those who watch the show. Make sure you hit that follow button. We will be live later today as well for the non-subscribers. We will do a show exclusively for subscribers. We will also do our NFL pregame show at 10 a.m. tomorrow. 10 a.m. tomorrow, we will do our NFL pregame show. So if you guys want our pregame show tomorrow, Rob, that's a trade I would do, I think. Rob, I'd actually do that trade a little bit more easily. Rob, I'd do it. Josh Waldrop, please use first names when naming players who share last names. Oh, okay. Yeah, Josh, great call. Josh, great call. Alan, I'm assuming that, yeah. Great call, Josh. Thank you so much. Josh makes a great point. By the way, Josh is a great moderator for making that point. When you guys say Williams, I make an assumption. Is it Mike Williams? Is it Kyron Williams? Is it Jamal Williams? Henry? Derrick Henry? Hunter Henry? Is it Keenan Allen or Josh Allen? So when you guys do that, makes it harder. Josh, you make a great point. Josh, if you could, pin that for me. Josh, pin that for me. Keyshawn Dixon, I'd go with Lockett. Keyshawn Dixon, thanks for supporting the show. Thank you so much, Keyshawn Dixon. I'd go with Lockett. Guys, look at what Josh just pinned for future reference, both in this live and in future lives. Make sure you guys just share the name, or even if it's the first initial. If it's like K. Allen, I know it's Keenan Allen. So if you could just do that, make it a little easier for me and the moderators. Josh, thank you, dude. Josh Waldrop, thank you. You've been an awesome follower, an awesome viewer, a great team member. Thanks for being a great moderator as well. Josh, you're doing a great job. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's get back to answering some of these questions. Again, if you contribute, we're going to focus on you first. I will do one more rapid fire probably in the next few minutes. We're about to hit 35,000 likes. When we do, we will give out another pick. So, at 35,000 likes, I will give out another pick. We've almost given out all of our picks today. So, last chances. How about this? I'll give out a home run pick. I'm going to give out a home run pick when we hit 35,000 likes. A home run pick. A long ball, long shot of the day. We haven't given out one of those in a while. Brennan Garcia. Start 3. I'd go Swift, Mostert. Swift and Mostert would be my 2. And Mike Evans. Brennan Garcia. Swift, Mostert, Evans. Boom. Done. Swift, Mostert, and Evans. I got you, Brennan. Thanks so much for being a subscriber. We'll do one more rapid fire in a minute. Should I trade Amari Cooper for James Cook? Matthew, you're not getting enough value. Amari Cooper is a wide receiver 1. He has value. Go challenge somebody. Go reach. You don't need to just give him away. Eric, Chris Olave. I know it's a tough matchup against Jair Alexander, but Eric, Chris Olave over Thielen. Thank you so much for the question, Eric. Appreciate you guys being with us. Make sure you DM me on Instagram if you want all of my picks every day. We have hit 35,000 likes, so let's give out a home run bet, everybody. Home run bet coming your way. The home run bet we're going to, here it is. Fernando Tatis Jr. We like him to go yard today. So, if you guys are looking for a home run bet today, I am taking Fernando Tatis Jr., everybody. I like him to hit a home run today. So if you're looking for a long ball, long shot of the day, Butt Fumble Sports is giving you Fernando Tatis over half a home run. Going to put it up on your screen so you can see it. Getting this at plus 360. Going to write it up on the screen, then I'll get back to your fantasy questions. Would you play Moss or James Cook or Kyren? I'm leaning towards James Cook the more that I think about the weather. It's between Moss and Cook right now. I'll lean towards Cook, I think, just barely, AJ, but it's close. Thanks so much for the question, AJ. Appreciate all those being with us. If you haven't done so already, hit that follow button. Eric, I'd go with Ferguson over Ertz. I'd go Ferguson over Ertz. Thanks so much for the question. AJ subscribed! Let's go! AJ, thank you for subscribing. We have hit our subscriber goal for the week. You are awesome. We will have a subscriber-only show later tonight. We will do a subscriber-only show later tonight, so only subscribers can comment in that show. That will be later tonight, everybody. Gotta unpause that. Subscriber-only show later tonight. So if you guys want all of our fantasy football advice exclusively without all these people asking questions, just subscribe. I assure you we will make it worth your while. Every single day we are live. There is not a day that we are not live. So make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you subscribe. We will make sure that it's worth it. We will make sure that we answer your questions, give you the personal attention to make it worth it. Brennan Garcia, can you name your top 10 what? Brennan Garcia, that's asking too much for now, but in the subscriber-only show I will. So Brennan Garcia, that's asking too much for right now, but Brennan Garcia, this is an example of what you get in a subscriber-only show. I will absolutely answer that, but in a subscriber-only show, okay? Eric, yes, I think so. Cam Akers, I think, becomes the RB1. More speed, more versatility in what he can do in the play calling. I like him a whole lot more. Rob, thank you for pinning that comment. Eric, I do like Cam Akers. I'd pick him up off the waiver wire if you could. K now, I'm going to lean towards Dameon Pierce. K now, I'm going to lean towards Dameon Pierce. Thanks so much for the question. Thanks for supporting the show. Josh Waldrip, we are on a roll. But that's because you guys make this show possible. You make it great. I'm just a guy talking sports with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of knowledge at my fingertips. But that said, you guys make this show great because you ask good questions, you engage, you're with me every day. So yes, I bring the energy and the information, but it's the butt fumblers out there, the butt fumble sports community that makes this company, makes this show great. So thank you. You guys are awesome. No matter the platform, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Smalls, you're killing me, Smalls. I would lean just slightly towards Breece Hall. I think Smalls, but it's close. Thanks so much for the question. Appreciate you guys being with us. If we get, how about this? If we get one cowboy hat, I'll give out another home run pick. One cowboy hat, I'll give out another home run pick. How does that sound? One home run pick, I'll give out another, one cowboy hat, I'll give out another long ball, long shot of the day. Just a random one. Buying, I'd rather have Pollard. Buying with Biondo, I'd rather have Pollard. Hunter Conrad, I'd rather have CeeDee Lamb. Hunter Conrad, I'd rather have CeeDee Lamb. And that's my way of saying I would take that side of the trade. Weekend Dodd. I'd rather have Chase, I think. It's close. Very close. Eduardo, I'll go with Laporta. Oh, if you already have Amon-Ra St. Brown, I might go Henry. It's tight. I like them both. I think it's very close. TX Jimothy, I'd go Swift. TX Jimothy, I'd go Swift. Zay, I'd go Hayden Hurst. I'd go Hayden Hurst. J Saucy 823. Yes, I think 10 touches might be a little aggressive. I think 7, 8 is probably more accurate, J Saucy, but I think he does get involved. Amari Cooper or Adam Thielen. Heine, I'd go Amari Cooper. Let's do a rapid fire. Cohen. I think Joe Burrow's going to play, and so I like Jamar Chase. I think Joe Burrow will play. John, I would go with Algier, and I'd go with Edwards. Algier and Edwards. AJ, no. AJ, I don't think I'd make that trade. User 4458, I'd go Joshua Kelly because it's a full PPR. Hockey Junkie, I'd go Edwards. Hockey Junkie, I'd go Edwards. BR1, I think Burrow will play, and I think Chase is a good start. WSB, I'd go Ford. I'd go Ford, but I don't like it. Danny NL, I'd go Robinson Jr. I think that's a good play. A good side of the trade. Max Wilder, I'd go Kelly in the PPR. Niche, I'd go A.J. Brown. Niche, I love A.J. Brown this week. Neesh, I'd go A.J. Brown. Weekend Dodd, I'd go Christian Kirk, and I lean slightly towards Judy. I think it's close, though. Miller or Herbert, don't like either one of them. Probably Miller, but don't like either one of them. Dak or Goff. Mason, I'll lean towards Dak, but it's very, very close. CJ, I'd go Hayden Hurst. CJ Buns, I'd go Hayden Hurst. HEI, I'd go Swift. I'd go Swift just barely. Jax, I'd go Chase. Aaron Jones is going to play. BR1, I would go Mike Williams, I think. It's very close, though. Thun, THUN, I'd go London. Drake London. Cheesy Meatball, I'd go Justin Herbert. I'd go Justin Herbert. Appreciate all those who are with us. We are about to sign off, everybody. But we have a lot going on. We will be live later today for everybody. We will do another show later tonight exclusively for subscribers. If you want your fantasy questions, your sports betting questions, your DFS questions answered exclusively with a lot of personal attention, make sure you're a subscriber on TikTok. Make sure you're a subscriber on YouTube. They will get the personal attention the most. Jules, thank you so much for being a subscriber, joining this community. Jack Farrell, I'd go Kincaid. I think. It's close. That said, folks, I will be live later today. on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I will also do a subscriber-only show later tonight. Make sure you guys subscribe. As always, make sure you guys hit that follow button. If you have not done so, make sure you're a follower of Butt Fumble Sports. We are live every single day. There will not be one day that we are not live. Jensen, check out the merch. Our shirts are awesome. We're adding more actually next week. We're adding some college football and some NFL shirts. So make sure you check out our website. Jake the Plumber, I saw you just followed, so I want to make sure I answer your question before we go. I really don't like the people you're naming, to be honest. I don't like any of them really. I'll go Elijah Moore and I'll go Javonte Williams, but I'm not crazy about it, Jake the Plumber. Really tough. Okay, guys, I will be live later today for everybody. I will be live later tonight exclusively for subscribers on TikTok and on YouTube. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you hit the follow button. That way you never miss our show. We will be live at 10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Everybody, 10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will be live for our NFL pregame show. If you want all of my bets, DM me on Instagram. Butt Sports on Instagram. DM me, you can get all of my bets. One more thing for you. I know I've thrown a lot of information at you. If you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, the name of my company, buttfumblesports.com, if you go to our website, sign up for the free newsletter. I put out that newsletter tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. That newsletter has my favorite NFL picks, my favorite NFL player props, and my DFS lineup. If you want all of that in your inbox, your email inbox tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, and sign up for the free newsletter. That's buttfumblesports.com. Sign up for the free newsletter. That newsletter will be in your inbox at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. on Sunday morning, with my favorite NFL game picks, my favorite player prop bets, my DFS lineup that I will be playing tomorrow. If you want all of that at 6 a.m., or obviously you can get it before kickoff, so you'll have plenty of time to put in those bets. If you want all of that in your inbox at 6 a.m., go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, and sign up for the free newsletter. Absolutely free. Jake signed up. Hope you do too. buttfumblesports.com, buttfumblesports.com. Sign up for the free newsletter, and we will hook you guys up with that newsletter tomorrow morning with all of our picks. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We've been live for an hour and 45 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you're a follower. Make sure you're a subscriber. We will be live later today, later tonight, and tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Hope you guys have a great afternoon. Have a great evening. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. And as always, cash a ton of tickets today, everybody. Let's go make some money. Let's go enjoy our Saturday. Enjoy a great slate of college football. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I am so grateful for the support. I will see you later tonight. I will see you later this afternoon. And I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great